back to my channel. Today's video is all about how to actually achieve the goals you're setting for 2023. Typically speaking, only about 9% of people who set goals for the new year feel like they've achieved them by the end. While there are obviously a lot of different factors that go into that, I strongly believe that a huge contributing factor is that most of us just don't have good systems. Preparing yourself for your 2023 goals means setting yourself up for success, building systems that will actually lead you to the results you're pursuing. Today I'm going to share with you 10 ways to actually accomplish the goals you're setting for 2023. Make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos I'm posting in this series about resetting for 2023 and getting your life together. Okay, number one, the first way to ensure that you actually accomplish the goals you set this year is to build a second brain. The concept of building a second brain was created, I believe, by a guy named Tiago Forte. The premise is this: your brain is really good at creativity, short-term memory, and problem solving. Why not let it focus on those things and allow the digital tools at your disposal to do the rest? Sounds way more complicated than it is. My Notion system houses all the big goals that I've set for 2023, and in the same database as they're in, I have several supporting actions. Each of these supporting actions has a timeline and a due date. Every month and every week, I open up dedicated Notion pages for that month or for that week, and because of the way my system is set up, I see exactly what's due that week or that month, so I know what needs to happen to ensure I hit all my goals this year. I want to add too, that sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. I have a Notion template that I purchased that did 99% of that work for me in setting that up, and I didn't even have to think about it. Personally, I think one thing that's really stopped me from hitting goals before is just feeling overwhelmed, and this really breaks it down into one step at a time, which is so helpful. Write out the routines you want to build. Most of my goals are things that I break down not only into several large supporting actions, but also into everyday habits. In some way, I think every goal that I'm setting ties into a very regular everyday practice. One of my goals this year is to run a 5K, which gets broken down into the larger supporting action of, okay, I need a training program, and then I need to actually train. And then that gets broken down into, okay, I need to actually move my body every day. This regular task then gets added to a checklist, which is also going to be in my Notion. The difference between this and a traditional habit tracker is that I'm not only tracking the new habits, I'm sandwiching them and stacking them right in the middle of my normal routine. For example, my morning routine checklist shows the habits I'm trying to develop. Make the bed every morning, work out, but they're also stacked with my other habits, things like make coffee, brush my teeth, get out of bed, habits that are already formed. That way, I get in the habit of checking off the list after every single action. They're there to help me build the initial habits that lead to the accomplishment of the goals I'm working towards. Pre-commit yourself to follow through. This is literally the greatest goal setting tip I have ever heard. We tend to visualize our future self and our current self as two totally different people. And typically, we visualize our future self as being the ideal version of us, right? They have it all together. They've done the work, they've built the habits, they're disciplined, they're on the ball. But the thing is, future self is the exact same person as our current self, unless we do something to change that. So if you want your future self to follow through on your goals, do what you can to help them out. A great way to do this is to prepay for things like therapy or workout classes. Now not only is it on your to-do list, but your money is invested. If inflation is kicking you as much as it's kicking me, you are not going to want to waste that. If you have savings goals, you can do things like set up automatic withdrawals on payday. Obviously, not all goals can be set up that way, and that's okay. Make a vision board. One of the most powerful tools you can build to accomplish your goals for 2023 is to give yourself a visual reminder of what you're working towards and why. As established, our brains are great at short-term memory. They're not always the best at retaining the vision and purpose behind why we do what we do, which is why creating a vision board can be such a powerful tool. You could do this physically or digitally. I personally usually hop on Pinterest, find images that really resonate with me and that kind of represent the most important goals and priorities in my life, and then I like to keep it as my computer background or my Notion dashboard image. I want to see it often because it's that frequent reminder, okay, this is why I'm putting in the work that I'm putting in. Do a digital reset. A digital reset can be a great way to evaluate and rebuild the influences in your life. Clear out your screen and get picky with who and what you let influence you. Get rid of clutter. Productivity and clutter do not make good companions, and living in clutter can make you feel overwhelmed and stressed, which in my case definitely does not lead to accomplishing my goals. The end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023 is a really great opportunity to clear out your environment. Go through your closet, donate home goods or products you don't use. The less clutter you have taking up space, both mentally and physically, the more room and energy you have for the things that really matter in your life. Make a physical change in your life. I think that this is a severely underrated practice. Becoming a new person in an environment where you're totally used to being a different one is really hard. Kind of like how after you move out, when you go back home to visit, sometimes you feel like you revert to your old self. One thing that helps can be making a physical change in your environment. Things like repainting, changing up the layout of your furniture, moving to a new apartment. All of these shifts in your normal help create an opportunity for change. Your brain is already processing whatever shift is there. Attaching new habits to it is a great chance to just sneak them in. I was blonde for 10 years of my life, and last year I decided to do this by dyeing my hair red, which worked out very well because I'm really obsessed with it and I honestly don't think I will ever go back. Get accountability. If your friends or partner or whoever is in your life are also setting goals for 2023, talk about them. You could literally host a goal setting night and have everyone come and share the goals they're setting and why. I look, you want to do that, that would be fun. Anyways, having those conversations about what you're changing and why, and also how people can support you is so valuable. Having those conversations opens the door to a world of support. Okay, number 10, give yourself grace. This is the thing I so wish someone had said to me at the beginning of my goal setting journey. One of the most important ways to accomplish your goals is to give yourself grace. If you're setting goals for the year of 2023 right now, odds are you are to some extent guessing about what's going to happen. We don't know with certainty what this year is going to hold, how our capacities could expand or shrink, what obstacles or celebrations life will throw at us. And having flexibility and patience with yourself is so freaking important. I can't tell you how many times I've set out in pursuit of something only to have it all fall apart, and in hindsight I'm so glad that it did. But you have to give yourself space to be human. I know this video is literally all about how to accomplish your goals in 2023, but also it's okay not to hit your goals in 2023, and that doesn't have a reflection on who you are as a person or your value. It's also okay to just change your mind. I talked about this in my 2023 reset video, but a lot of my goals for 2022 I no longer wanted to hit halfway through the year. My total vision for work changed. I ended up getting engaged and married last year, which I wasn't planning on in January. So many goals that I had for the year just kind of became irrelevant. I didn't hit those goals, but I also didn't fail at them. It's okay for your targets to change, and I think that's really important to remember heading into a new year. You guys, we are almost in 2023, and even though I don't know for sure what it's gonna hold, I am really excited. Starting a brand new series January 1st, documenting this whole process of building these routines and healthy habits in my life, and I'm so excited to bring you along with me. So make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of those videos coming soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. It helps my channel so much, and it honestly means the absolute world to me. I hope you have a good day, because today is a good day to have a good day, and that's it. Bye.